Så hejsan och välkomna till dagens webbinar. Det handlar om en produkt som heter Cat Opening från AEC. Och vi som kommer köra denna visning för er idag är jag själv, Roger Benz från AEC, och min kära vän och kollega Jokobas.
Hello!
Jokobas kommer efter en liten kort presentation av produkten på svenska köra en live-demo på engelska. Men vi kör lite vidare får vi se vad som händer. AEC och AEC arbetar tillsammans för att utveckla BIM-lösningar. AEC är ju en gammal svensk återförsäljare till Autodesk. Vi har hållit på med 25 år. AEC är som ni ser lika gamla. Och så har man hållit på med Revit och är ansedda som världens bästa Revit-applikationsutvecklare. I detta webbinar får du kanske inte lära dig, men du kommer få se hur man hanterar öppningar med hjälp av MEP-element som skär genom väggar, golv, tak, bjälkar och andra konstruktionselement. Hur den automatiskt lägger på brandspjäll där det finns brandklassade konstruktionselement. Vi skapar öppningar i väggar efter det att arkitektmodellen länkas in till konstruktionsmodellen. Helt enkelt cut opening. Som sagt, vi kan alltså med cut opening definiera, reservera utrymmen i Revit-modellen för kanaler, rör, kabelstegar och ledningar. Byggnadsingenjörer och arkitekter kan sedan granska, ändra och skapa de godkända hålen med bara ett klick. Öppningarna utformas automatiskt baserat på plats och typ utav krock. Krockar upptäcks för el- och VVS-element i nuvarande modell, inlänkad modell eller från en IFC-fil. Och olika tillämpningar för de olika människorna som sysslar med detta är ju alltså för arkitekter och konstruktörer. Så underlättar det ju detektering av kollisioner och håltagningen. Nya Revit-användare kan alltså på ett mycket enklare sätt göra hål jämfört med att använda Revits egna verktyg. Den BIM-ansvarig kan kontrollera modellen och göra en kollisionskontroll. Och beställarna får då ut exaktare modeller och korrekta ritningar. Cut opening innehåller massa kraftfulla funktioner. Den kan importera kollisionsrapporter, exportera. Den stöder kollisionskontroll med nuvarande filen, modellen, länkade modeller och IFC-modeller. Och det kan exportera data till en extern programvara. Man kan enkelt och snabbt sätta in öppningar. Man kan fördefiniera öppningsformer och storlekar. Och modeller och öppningsförändringar kan hanteras med bara ett klick. Man kan automatiskt märka upp öppningarna, göra beräkning av öppningens höjd, enkelt sortera och märka i sekvens eller uppsättning, och du kan realtidskontrollera och modifiera. Enkelt och snabbt sammanfattat. Nu över till en live-demonstration från Jokobas.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
I'm trying to make me a presenter. Could you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, very nice. So hello, my name is Jokubas Vaishvila. I'm BIM application engineer and MEP engineer here in AJ-CAD, and today we will speak about cut opening software for Revit. And first of all, I want to introduce a little bit cut opening. So cut opening is a tool that can create openings all around MEP line-based elements, as Roger described just before. And our cut opening is placed in the tools for BIM dock, and it has a lot of different features like insert openings, insert fire dampers, insert, structural openings, and so on. So I will start from openings for different systems. Like I have different ducts here. I have different pipe types and pipe system classifications here, and I want to speak about how we should work with this here in Revit. So at the very beginning, to start the work with cut opening, we have to use Autodesk Revit tools like interference check, and we have to run interference check in between different categories. So in my case, I have different categories for ducts, pipes, cable trays, and conduits over there. So on the one side I should run a clash detection. In one side I should use MEP objects like cable trays, conduits, ducts, and pipes, and on the other side, on the right side, or otherwise I have to pick something structural. So our solution is supporting cable trays, conduits, ducts, and pipes, as well walls, floors, ceilings, roofs, beams, and columns. So on the structural side you can choose those structural elements as I listed before. And after you run this interference check information and you have all the clashing points over there, you can export everything to the external HTML file by the name you wish, and I'm saving that. And the next step, what you should do is to go to make your own configuration. So I will speak a little bit about the configurations inside of cut opening. So I'm clicking on MEP openings configurations, and I get the dialog with all needed configurations as I told you before. So as you can see, for example, I will open pipes. On the left side we have different systems and different types of MEP line based elements like rectangular, round, and oval ducts, like fire protection, plumbing, sanitary, hydronic, or other pipes, and we have cable trays and conduits. So for each of these different system classification or different types of elements, we can add different configurations for openings. This is a new version of cut opening, so we have investigated very nice feature that you can add different cut offsets, different additional top or additional bottom offsets for different ranges of pipes. For example, if you need to place the offset of 200 millimeters for pipes that are from 0 to 25, you can do that. If you need to do that for the pipe from 25 to 50, you can do that. You can write your own cut offset. Anytime you can create your own pipe types, pipe ranges from, for example, 1.3 to 1.5, and you can add your own cut offsets as well. You can change the opening shape, and you can add additional top or bottom cut offsets if it's needed. For example, that is common with the cable trays. Then you need to lay the cables from the top side of the cable tray, so you have to cut a bigger opening in such a case. So in this case we do not have such. As well, you can do these things for different insulations of ducts or of pipes. For example, if you have something like fire protection walls and you have to create bigger openings for such insulations, you can go and you can change that, and you can create your own specific new things inside of here. As well, we have auto joining functionality that you can find here. So our solution could auto join the openings into one bigger opening if the distance is set to this one, and it will automatically create rectangular opening. It doesn't matter if they were round or rectangular before. As well, you can add your own ranges here as the example as I showed to you before. And we have a very nice feature for ducts. Maybe it's the best described with the ducts. Then you have a wall-mounted diffuser, and your duct do not cross over the wall, but it just reaches the wall but do not cross over, like in this picture. We can cut the opening, or we can not cut that opening, so that depends on if we require full interference or if we do not. So after you will set all the configurations as well, you can set some marking things, like you can mark the rectangular opening, you can mark the round opening by your new marks. For example, in my case, if I have pipe over, I have PO, that P stands for pipe and O stands for over. If I have pipe hydronic, I have pipe and hydronic here. As well, we can calculate the elevation of each of these openings by different systems of calculation. So we can calculate the elevation of our opening from the level that is above the opening. As well, we can calculate the opening elevation from the zero project point, or from the global 0 point, that stands for shared elevation calculation system. As well, you can see that we have the descriptions everywhere. We can check the elevation, calculate the elevation from the bottom of the opening, from the center of the opening, or from the top. So you have to do these steps once. You have to click, you have to write the markings, you have to define all the configurations here, and after this you can save everything as your new configurations, and you can share that in your company with your colleagues, and all your colleagues will have the same configuration file afterwards. So after everything is set, we have to click OK, and now we can go and work further. So as you remember, we run interference check before, and now I'm going to read that interference check data using cut opening software from tools for BIM doc. So here I have a really nice dialog where I will browse for that XML file as it's written here. I'm browsing it here. I'm finding that cut opening HTML file, and here I have to choose my configuration according which I will place the openings to my project. So as you can see, we do not have any misunderstandings right now, but if I will change that to the default configurations, for example, you will see that we are missing some functionality, or we have some bad points inside of this clash report. So the solution is saying that we are missing opening configuration for conduit sizes that is 103 millimeters diameter. So I can add that. And afterwards I can review the configuration, and you will see that our cut opening become a little bit smarter, so it has the intellect. So it is, if you will follow the red bubbles, you will see that our cut opening found that we are missing such configuration, and we can add new configurations, new cut offsets, new opening shapes, additional top and bottom offsets, joining distances, and interference check requirements for such sizes. So after this, everything will be written inside of that configuration. So I can add all my needed missing configurations, and I can review them again. And as you can see, we have fire protection, and we have added new ranges for that. So after this I can go with two different scenarios. So I have the scenario when I will click next, and only not excluded elements will be proceeded. That means that these elements that are shown here by the IDs over there wouldn't be proceed. So the openings wouldn't be inserted for these for these MEP line-based elements. But if I will go with the skip button, all not excluded and excluded elements by configurations will be done. So let's try to do that by two methods. Firstly, I will go with next. And as you can see, we have a dialog where we have all the markings, we have insulation thicknesses, we have additional top bottom offsets, we have opening shapes, and so on and so on. All the information is written inside here. If it's needed, we can use configure grouping to group our elements by our needed grouping types. And after this I have to save data as XML file, and XML with the next, I'm calling it. I'm saving that. Yes, and I'm going to insert openings by that XML next file. Yes, so I have a lot of openings with the same cut offsets, the same top and bottom offsets, and so on. So I can share that XML file that I just saved, this one, I can share with my colleague through the email or something like that. It doesn't matter. And my colleague, for example, structural engineer, could insert those openings into the model instead of me. So after he will get that information, he will know all the offsets and all the configurations that was set before. And I will try to insert openings, and you will see that 62 openings are inserting now. No, I don't want to work, and let's go to the 3D view, and you will see that we have openings over there. But we do not have any openings for domestic cold water right now. And all these openings that are distributed has the information who inserted the opening, what was the insertion configurations, and what was the insertion date. And if I will turn off and I will read again the interference check data from the same file, and I will show you what will be done if I will use, I will add this one, this one, this one, and this is missing, and I will use the skip button, and I will save XML as XML skip. So it will insert openings for all MEP line based elements. So I'm inserting, I'm browsing the skip button, I'm clicking next, and now I'm inserting. So instead of 62 openings, we will insert 68. So that means we are inserting more openings, and no, I don't want to work further. And as you can see, the elements, those elements has no configurations, but they are inserted. So that's the difference in between next and skip, and you can work with the configurations or without them if you need just opening shape and opening size dependent on the pipe or on the duct, and so on and so on. So that is how the cut opening is working, and I just want to mention several things. That if we will move our elements, the cut opening will notice that, and if you will go to MEP openings revision, you will see the changement. So you will see the changed position elements, and if I will take those, you can see that the opening and the host were changed. I can modify that, and you can see that my opening pops back to the pipe or to the duct, it doesn't matter. So you can move that. Oh, you have to refresh this one. If the MEP object will be moved, you will always know that you have to modify or update that. So if you will delete an MEP object as well, you will be messaged to the same message that we have deleted elements, and we can modify that, and the opening will disappear from your project immediately. So if you will make any changes to the model, you will always know that some changes have been made for those openings. As well, you can do something manually. For example, for this opening, you can add additional top offset. As you can see, the opening still could be modified by hand, and you can do wherever you want here. As well, you can use our functionality to auto join the openings. And as you can see, they are auto-join the openings. Or those two. Okay, let's try the round and rectangular one. Those two, I will try to join the openings, as you can see, and I can unjoin them if it's needed, and they will remain the same as they were before. So that is all the openings, and I want to move further a little bit, and I want to speak a little bit about fire dampers. So we have the possibility to insert or update fire dampers in the Revit model for ducts where they clashed with something like walls, roofs, floors, or ceilings. So we can go and map openings, map host element type to the duct accessories, and as you can see, we have walls, we have types of those walls. If we will write some fire rating inside of the walls, we will find that over there, and we are able to choose from our families that stands for fire dampers here. And after we map everything, we can go back and we can insert or update fire dampers into our project. So I will use the same HTML file. So I will get a lot of notifications because I have pipes and walls and blah blah blah. So I will go with next, and I have only several elements, several ducts, and one wall to be to proceed the fire dampers. After I will click OK, you will see that I will have distributed elements. Let's try to change the discipline to mechanical, for example, and as you can see, we have distributed fire dampers in a places where the MEP, where the duct clashes to the wall, and as well we can create the opening all around such case. So this is how insert fire dampers works. As well, I want to speak a little bit about structural openings. We had several clients that had such problems in Revit. While you have the linked architectural model with openings for windows, the openings for doors, we can transfer the opening shape and the opening parameters, not the parameters, but geometry, the height and width, to the structural elements like basic generic walls. So we have the possibility to insert or update structural openings, and as you can see, it found all the openings. And after I will click OK, I will work firstly with the doors. It inserted opening for a door. Yes, I want to continue work, and I will go with the windows. And as you can see, no, I don't want. As you can see, we have really nice openings for in such a case that they have linked architectural model into the regular structural objects. So if you want to try the cut opening solution, you can visit our web page that is named www.aga-cad.com, and you have to scroll a little bit down, and we have one shortcut to all tools that is named Tools for BIM Doc. And Tools for BIM Doc is this toolbar where you can find all the tools for cut opening from AEC CAD, and you have to click on Revit 2016 download. After the download, we have to click on it, run that. It is installing now. I am accepting that, so that will take just several seconds, I hope so, and we will get right information. So here in the Tools for BIM Doc, we can find the store where all our tools are placed, so you can try all of them for 14 days freely. As well, you can find all news over there, all tips and tricks for each of the tool, and so on. As well, if you will go to the cut opening, you can find that we have e-help of the technical documentation. Just a second. As well, we have getting started video material. So if I will click on it, you will see that we have a lot of video material, how to work with linked files, and so on and so on. You can see that. So you can work with the linked files as well, with cut openings as well, the IFC, and so on and so on. So after we downloaded everything, we can go to the Autodesk Revit 2016. Just a second. And you will see new tab here in the toolbar that will be named Tools for BIM, I think so. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you can see that we have something new over there, and I will place it somewhere here. I will do like this, and you have to go to the store, and you will see the cut opening new. So I will install that. We have to wait a little bit, and after this you will get the possibility to get the trial. So it was successfully installed, and you can activate that, or you can use get a trial button, and you will fulfill all these regions and get a free trial. Get a free trial for that, and that will pop into your email box, and you will write it over there, and let's go for it. You will be able to work with the cut opening solution, and do not forget that we have very nice very nice video material as well as text file where all the possibilities of the cut opening is written. So thank you for this meeting, Roger. Could you join us?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, so thank you for the time, and maybe Roger could work further with you. I see that we have one question. So if anybody has questions, please write that to the questions tab on the go to webinar dialog block. So Rafael is asking, does it work too if the pipes are coming from an IFC file linked into my structural model? So Rafael, if the IFC goes for pipes, ducts, cable tracer, or conduits, yes, that works. But if the architecture come from IFC file, that wouldn't work, because the openings should be inserted into the real Revit elements, because they should be hosted by walls, by roofs, by floors, and so on and so on. So if you will try to import IFC pipes or ducts, that will work fine. Maybe you have more questions?
Någon mer fråga? I can't see anyone.
Yeah, me too. So I will make you a presenter, Roger.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Så då vill vi egentligen bara tacka alla för er närvaro och för att ni har lyssnat. Och som Jokuba sa, det går bra att ladda ner alla deras produkter och testa i 14 dagar. Har ni frågor kan ni mejla till sales@aec.se eller till mig robz@aec.se, alltså robz. Så svarar jag gärna på era frågor. Och är det något annat så är det bara att höra av er, skrika till, så hjälper jag på något vis. Så vi tackar Roger Vance från AEC och Jokubas för er närvaro. Tack så hjärtligt. Thank you very much for attending this.
Thank you very much as well from my side.
Yes, thank you Jokubas for your great demo.
No problem. So have a nice day and goodbye.
Goodbye.